So we've got an absolute horrible story coming out of France. This was one I've waited a couple of days to talk about, mainly because I've been inactive and also because I just wanted to get some more details of the case. It does look like an Islamic terror attack. It genuinely does from what I've read into it. So the French teacher had received days of threats before his brutal killing. So the teacher who was beheaded in a street in France had received threats after showing controversial cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad to his pupils. French media report he has been named as 47-year-old Samuel Paty, or Party, I think it might be Party, a history and geography teacher. 9 people have been arrested, including the parents of a child at Mr. Party's school. Judicial sources are quoted as saying police say the attacker was an 18-year-old man of Chechen origin. The killing took place whilst a trial was underway in Paris over 2015 assault on the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo, which was also the target for publishing the cartoon. So Charlie Hebdo, notorious for doing very provocative cartoons, but nothing here warrants being attacked or murdered or given death threats. Nothing here. The killing took place while a trial was underway. Okay, we mentioned that. President Emmanuel Macron said the attack bore all the hallmarks of an Islamic terrorist attack, and the teacher had been murdered because he taught freedom of expression. Speaking at the scene after the incident, he stressed national unity. They will not prevail. They will not divide us, he said. So what do we know? The attack occurred about 5 o'clock, 3 GMT, near the College de Bouze. I don't know how to pronounce that. Where he taught in the town of Conflans Saint. God, there's so many French words here. I guess that makes sense. Honorine, some 20 miles northwest of central Paris. A man wielding a large knife attacked a teacher in the street, cutting off his head. Witnesses are said to have heard the attacker shout, Allahu Akbar, or God is the greatest. And it sounds pretty believable, to be honest, given that the fact that this guy did this for religious reasons because the teacher showed a caricature of the Prophet Muhammad. A picture of the beheaded teacher was posted to social media, but it's not clear if it was the assailant or the accomplice. The attacker then ran from the scene but was chased by local police who had been alerted by the public. The officers confronted the man in the nearby town of Eragani. When they shouted at him to give himself up, he said to have threatened them. The officer shot him and he died later at the scene. Police have also said the attacker was an 18-year-old born in Moscow but from Russia's predominantly Muslim southern region of Chechnya. He was said to be living in Normandy. His grandparents and brothers are among those arrested. And this is, look, people in the West, we have, for the most part, we have freedom of expression. You have the freedom to do these sorts of cartoons, yeah? Did he deserve to die? No. Did he deserve to be punished? The person who did the cartoon? No. Should he have been left alone? Yes. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? I know it's disrespectful, and you can see it that way. But at the same time, had we did something disrespectful to someone else's religion, would you expect to die then? If you said something like Satanists should be outlawed, would you expect a Satanist to come up and kill you because you've disrespected their religion? Don't do this. You've killed a teacher. First of all, you've killed a person who imparts knowledge, a history and geography teacher. You've killed someone who educates people. What did you hope to achieve by doing this? You punish him, and we've seen these cartoons are always going to be published. That's just the way it is. Don't do this. Don't do stuff like this. Don't attack people. If you're so offended by these sorts of cartoons, yeah, then honestly, I know I sound like a right winger here and a racist, but just leave. Just leave. Honestly, just go, because you don't understand things like freedom of expression and freedom of speech. You genuinely don't. You've killed someone over a cartoon. How stupid are you? You've killed someone. You've beheaded him in the street. You've inflicted fear upon a country, and now there are probably going to be retaliation attacks because of what you've done. And if you were so proud of your actions, right, you would have stood there, you would have been arrested, and you would have stood on trial and said that I did this for my religion. But you didn't. You're a coward. You attacked a man in the dead of night. No trial or anything. Very little evidence, by the looks of things. You've attacked a man. You've killed him, and that was it. You ran. You're a coward. That's the top and bottom of this guy from Chechnya. He's a coward. Honestly, people like that, yeah, you shouldn't live in a country that has freedom of speech if you can't deal with these sorts of things. In England we have things like anti-hate speech where you can't be racist and things like that. You can't harass people. But what this guy did wasn't harassment. What this cartoonist, whatever, he might not have been the cartoonist. He might have just showed a cartoon. but it's just genuinely a stupid thing to do, and all you can do is inflame the community. We've seen that in England when we had terror attacks. Then we had right wingers attacking innocent Muslim people as well as Muslim people attacking innocent people, and then all you do is flame tensions and you cause more problems for the community. If you care so much about Muslims and the Muslim community, you wouldn't have done this. You could have written a letter to the teacher saying that I disagree with what you've done. It goes against my religion. Blah blah blah. He would have probably sent a condescending letter back. But at least you've done something there. You can. I think the way the Islamic saying goes, you should. If you can't change it with your hand, you change it with your words. If you can't change it with your words, then you hate it with your heart. Something like that. And he could have done something with his words, but he didn't. He chose to pick up a knife. I have no love for this guy. At all, and the world's probably a better place that he's dead. This guy, this cartoonist. But I think it was he's 18. He had time to change. I've changed a lot since I was 18. He could have, he didn't have to go down this road, and it's sad. I guess it's sad. You've attacked a teacher for showing a cartoon, and if we see retaliation attacks in France, I would not be surprised, and a lot more innocent people could die because of this guy's actions and the fact that he felt his religion was disrespected by a cartoon. And so I know it's disrespectful. I know that Muslim people see this as very disrespectful, doing cartoons and things like that, especially of the Prophet Muhammad. But you don't kill people, you don't threaten them, you don't do stuff like that. You respect the law of the land. If you want to change it, then you get involved in the way the laws are made. You get involved in that, but you don't do stuff like this. And if you can't live with things like freedom of speech, if you're in a country like France, and this stuff this stuff happens quite often where they put up cartoons of people and you can't deal with it, then just go. Honestly, just go. And I sound like a racist right winger saying that. I'm obviously not, but you're going to cause more problems to the people of your community in that case, because you're going to go around killing people who do stuff like this. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.